We are live. All right. Hopefully we can finish Pentiment today. Alright, what the heck was I supposed to be doing now? It says, Dad, look for me. I need to grab the mural plans from the workshop at the house and then head to the Rathaus. He should be sitting on his workbench near the printing press. Moving on. Meadow? Yeah, this is better. There we go. This mural sketches. This is what my dad wants. Here are all the plans. Pro plans. Stop. I don't know how much this matters at all. Yeah, we'll go with the odd color one. Get those over to the Rathaus. Central Town? Hey, boys. Hey, there's odds. What are you doing out here? You have anything better to do? What business is that is yours? Not me. All my work's done. Okay, it's not like you've got important work to do. Ooh, background from Magdalene. Let's do bookkeeping. Must be nice to have money. You don't have to brag about it. I sound like women's work anyway, if you ask me. Right, no one did. Yeah, who asked? Calm down, you're gonna need a reputation. Too late to worry about this. He already has a reputation. Countering and otherwise deflating people in conversation. Likes to playfully tease and flirt with people. Strong negotiator, whether it comes to finances or other matters of trade. Magdalene has a penchant for sneaking around, eavesdropping on conversations, and passing gossip. Interesting. What am I picking? Let's do haggle. I think that at least is thematic with the bookkeeping. So many because I convinced Gret to give me her last press on Friday. Let it go. say when you got the pretzel. That's fair. All right, we got it. Lay off. Get those things your dad wanted. Yes, that's why I was on my way to the Wrath House. Hopefully I can drop these off and start my reading for the day. Reading what book is so important that you can go back to it. You can't speak any foreign languages other than Italian, but she can read a little of almost all of them. Volksbücher is familiar with the most popular common books of the day, assorted trivia, almanacs, common knowledge, scatological categories. Reformation. Read a wide range of contemporary books on the Reformation and Counter-Reformation. I'm tempted to do one of these two. Let's do Volksbücher. Is that the snake woman who takes off all her clothes? Sort of, but no, not really. Or at all. Oh, does it have any pictures? Right, I want to see. Calm down, I'm not showing you lecherous dogs anything. But read all kinds of old books. Well, I think it's worth preserving any of the manuscripts you come across. Shame what happened in the library, Curacao. We lost centuries in one night. Keep some of the past alive. We should. Sounds like a lot of work. It is. Right, no thanks. Wait, odds, aren't you supposed to be at the Wrath House too? You're on the council. Sure, but it's pointless about your dad's plans. Let's go. Fine. Fine. Don't know how we're still arguing about this. These murals should depict the truth. What we know is the truth. I don't think it's so simple, Klaus. Are you afraid of angering our Lord, Father Thomas? Of our Lord, Father Thomas? I think Father Thomas means that the truth is not so easily agreed upon. Big George, I don't know. I'm tired of arguing. I just want it to look nice and show what happened. Well, I thank for Magdalene for bringing these. Maybe illustrations will succeed or talking has failed. I'm done arguing with them. I'll see you at home for supper. Try Madeline. We don't need to see the drawings. It's not that we don't understand what he's trying to do. I didn't realize we'd upset him so much. Sounds like things got worse after I left. Well, we've been arguing about this for almost 2 hours. For all the good it did us, he hasn't budged. What's the point of talking if you can't make any progress? So, can you speak to your father, help him see things from our point of view? I don't know what you're arguing about. So in the end, I'm going to get plans you don't want to see now that you want me to do something else for you. I'll do that. It's a little more diplomatic. Klaus has very strong opinions on how the history of Tassing of Curacao Abbey should be portrayed, and those portrayals may upset some of our neighbors. We're concerned it's going to upset the Lord. I don't remember if I think it's a lowercase L that they're using. I think normally when they talk about God in some capacity, they highlight it in like red. Isn't everyone worried about him coming here someday and seeing the revolt memorialized on the wall? You keep saying that we all disagree with him. I don't think we do. Not entirely. Well, what do you think, George? I know I'm not the smartest man in this room, but I know what happened to my own dad. I know what he did. Doesn't feel right to ignore what happened to him, what happened to Otto. Look, y'all knew my dad. I never had the chance. I don't want to make people in this town angry. I don't want to make our Lord angry. Yeah, lowercase L. None of us do, but maybe there's a way to tell the story in a way that's true without upsetting anyone. So it's all very complicated, you see, Magdalene. Try to get him to consider a portrayal of our history that's a bit less inflammatory. It's definitely not the middle one, I don't think, because I think that's just like, I don't like this answer just because it's like reductive, I guess. Things are never as simple as some people want them to be. I was deeply affected by the revolt. It's a major event for everyone in Tassing. I know how hard it was for him. come to an agreement or call off the mural entirely. I wanted to paint this mural for years. You can't tell him no all of a sudden. And help us, your father will listen to you. Going back home. This mess is taking up too much of my day already. Ooh, new clock. Mechanical. Magdalene. Thank you for bringing the drawings. Sorry, it was a waste of time. Men don't know what they want. When I tell them what I'm trying to do, they get scared. Then they talk, talk, and talk. They talk all day, and we're never closer to a decision. Sick of it, sick of the whole thing. What do we do here? Set in a while. Get through it. Just need time. Why is it bothering you so much? Stories of what this place was, how it came to be. Feels like history is something that happened before, happened to other people. But 18 years ago, we lived through something. You and I, everyone in Tassing, everyone wants to forget about it, pretend it didn't happen. You don't. No, I don't. All those years ago, I did nothing. I was worried for you, worried for Benjamin and Rachel and Esther. Afraid I'd lose you. I wouldn't have been able to bear it. In the end, so many people died anyway. Peter and Ulrich and Andreas and all of the others. We lived. Dad, everyone says that it wouldn't have made any difference. If you and the others had fought, you'd have died. I would have died. They could have stopped him from going to the mill. Or maybe we could have stopped the peasants from burning it down. But we'll never know. So it's about this mural. It's a place, it's a chance to put something down in a place where everyone can see. People start to forget, it'll remind them, we were here, this happened. If I don't do it, who will? I wish the men in the Rathaus saw me the way you do. One way or another, you'll figure it out. Hope so. Larry, let me be. I'm going to bed early. I'm going to stay up for a bit and write a letter to Esther. Good. Please say hello to her from me and her parents. I know, Dad. Good night, Magdalene. Love you. Love you too. This running left me tired too. Nice to sit at my desk just right for a while. Is my desk over here? Yes, it is. Where to begin? Sorry, one sec. Okay. what the fuck's happening upstairs. Here's to Esther. My god, fucking messages all over the goddamn place. Spent the last 2 days here getting oak galls with Sister Gertrude. Supposed to have a chance to do that in Prague. Teach me how to grind them into smooth ink. Difficult work, but you'll find no better ink anywhere in Bavaria. I'll send along a bottle with this letter. Painting a mural of Tassing's history in our new Rathaus to memorialize the revolt. Whole thing has me thinking about my own family history, past, present, future. I don't think I want to stay in Tassing forever. It's a quaint place to grow up. I'm 20 now. Printing shop's been in the family for years. I'm looking forward to taking it over. Take over the shop, but I want to do more with my life. Let's take over the print shop in some tiny town in the Alps. If I married a master printer, then I could become part of the Printers Guild. Be able to send Dad my extra earnings to make a name for myself in one of the cities. And yes, for you breaking the nib off your pen, I will come to visit you in Prague, I promise. I'll try to make time to visit before winter. Life has been bustling here. Excuse me. Dad's been busy with the Rathaus mural. Taking it over in the shop. Sure it'll be a sight to behold once it's finished. Bring me back soon. All my love. Magda. Back soon, it's getting late. Should get some rest. Okay. I assume this is my bed? Yeah. Came into the house, hit me over the head. I have a feeling Dad's not going to be alive when I get back. Several hours have passed here. Sure you didn't see shadow and hit your head on the printing press? Sure, you saw the workshop. Someone was looking for something. A burglar in Tassing? That's preposterous. What the fuck do you mean? Was it an attack? What was it? Enough. It was a deliberate blow to the head. Anything, unless any of you wish to debate my diagnosis. No, of course not. No. As I thought. Truthfully, class, I'm surprised the blow didn't kill you. You have a strong skull. It's a grave injury. Magdalene, you'll need to help take care of your father. I will whatever I need to do. We'll have to be called off now. Klaus, you absolutely cannot get out of bed. No, it has to be done. This is important. Need some time to rest. I'll find a way to make it work. Don't think we need to cancel the entire project. Can't we just wait? Klaus, your health comes first. Anyway, we haven't even been able to agree on what the mural should be. Indeed, might be best to abandon the entire idea. With respect, Father Thomas, you're not on this council. Yes, just offering an opinion. I can paint the mural. No, not much your help. Aren't you too young for something this big? If you don't trust Magdalene to do the mural, to hell at the lot of you. Klaus. If you don't trust her, you don't trust me. I'll never do any work for this council again. Alright, say we let her. If we have much choice. Very well. So you talk to us about what you're doing, alright? I don't know, take it down. Well, we'll figure it out. Rest up, Klaus. Yo, did Big George get like a scar on his eye? He's got one eye closed. I just noticed that. Just a moment. Father is loose right now, but his injury is severe. His current demeanor is misleading. There's damage to his brain. He may have a few weeks, maybe even a few months left. He's not going to survive. Can we take him to see a surgeon? No, he can't be moved in this condition. In fact, he shouldn't move at all. Even if he could, I don't think the finest Italian surgeons would know how to deal with trauma like this. You comfortable? I can enjoy the time you have left. But time will run out before long. Rip. Just be able to see the mural in its finished form. I don't know how much time he has left. Moore said it could be a few months or gotta protect him. Pick up where he left off. He wanted to paint the history of Tassing from his earliest days to the revolts. Start with the earliest part of Tassing's history of the pagan tribes and the Romans. Then I'll move to the founding of the Abbey and Tassing Saints. After that, I should find a way to represent our recent history depicting the revolt as important to Dad. People in Tassing might know some of the town's history, but not all of it. To the library in case I have those records. Gonna write to the last. He's gonna write to the last prior to see if she had any info. Right here now, I'm thinking about it. Price and Curacao knew something about the old history of Tassing. Said he'd become the abbess of a convent in Bologna, Mother Illuminata. Yes, at Santa Margherita. Small town in the Republic of Genoa along the coast of the Ligurian Sea. Whoops. Right to her. I feel like this is the most... The middle one feels like... Not demeaning, but like... less... and not like disrespectful, but like less respectful than would be expected. It's very young when you left Curacao. Acquainted with my father, brought many books from the library before the terrible fire consumed the place. I'm writing because my father and I are creating a mural in the Tassing Rathaus. It's going to tell the history of our community in Curacao as well. Only legend and folklore. So the books are destroyed in the fire. I was hoping you could tell us something about the early history of the town when the Romans were there. We're here. If you know anything about the early history of the Abbey itself, glad to hear of it. Appreciate your help, and any help you could give us, and hope you're well. If you would not mind a personal question. Like, that's good enough, right? Hey, sorry I'm late. No problem. So, I'll catch you up since you weren't here when we started, but we're playing as Magdalene, who's the daughter of Klaus. Got created with the TCG event. She's Klaus's daughter, who's the printing press guy. Klaus was supposed to paint a mural in the... Yeah, I'll get to the funnies in a second, too. Klaus was supposed to paint a mural of the history of the town in, like, the new town hall or whatever. People didn't like that. We found a note that was telling him to stop. And then in the middle of the night, someone came in, was looking for something, clocked him on the head. He's dying, but now we're doing the mural instead. On to the funnies. I dressed up as a screwdriver for Halloween. It wasn't the best costume, but it turned a lot of heads. My son keeps trying to set the clocks back, but I won't let him, not on my watch. We're supposed to paint a mural. Someone doesn't want us to. That's the explanation. Dad, someone at school said you reminded them of an owl. Who? Those are old. The owl jokes like that. What is a kangaroo's favorite thing about beer? It's the hops. I have the attention of a goldfish. Seriously, it's been watching me for hours. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're tall, short, fat, thin, rich, or poor, because at the end of the day, it's night. And finally, apparently you can't use beef as a password. It's not stroganoff. And those are the funnies from the last few days. I'm going to finish the meal, start playing tomorrow. Should head to bed, rest as much as I can, go to sleep. Okay. Last one sucked. Yeah, it wasn't great. But yeah, for whatever reason, someone in the town really doesn't want the history of the town to be known. So we're just going weeks ahead, huh? Mr. Druckrin, I have a few letters addressed to you. Take care now. Thank you, sir. Back to me. Hope's response. Mural. Thank you for your letter. I hope the supply finds you and your father in good health. Remember you both, as your father would carry you between the rows of our library in its final years. So just remember the late mother and brother. God help keep their souls. Yeah, some books discuss tasks in the past. It's likely they were as mythological as what your neighbors believe. That said, I remember one of the peasants, Tillman Kreutzer, read about the history of the town. I know he died during the revolt, but perhaps his family knows some of what he learned. I should also say that it's not true that all of Kisro's books were destroyed in the fire. Andreas Mahler managed to save some from the flames. God rest his soul. In the aftermath of that terrible night, cataloging and preserving the surviving books was not at the top of any of our minds. Even so, the topic has stirred a memory within me. Several years before the fire, there was a death in Kisra, the murder of Baron Rothvogel. He had mentioned something about finding a copy of the Historia Tassiae, comprehensive chronicle of your home. It's like Ba Sing Se kind of secrets or whatever. Yeah. I had forgotten about it until now because the murder dominated all of our thoughts in those days and weeks that followed. The troubles now, because I recall that the late Father Matthias was also reading a copy of the History of Tassiae shortly before he died. He never accounted for either book's whereabouts. They may have been hidden somewhere in the library and went up with everything else. Perhaps Prior Rennick took it from the Baron after the murder. Rennick had an interest in books of all sorts, of course, but it seems like an odd thing to do in the moment. There's no history in Tassing, yeah. Then again, only God knows what he did with it and why. Niklaus Haberel, the Baron's manservant, believed it may have been stolen by the town thief Martin Bauer. If Martin's still alive, I'd ask him if he knows where the book is. Hopefully, he didn't trade it for a mug of beer on his way out of Tassing. If the man has passed from this world, perhaps his family knows the secrets wound up. As for the history of the Abbey, I fear that was also lost in the blaze. However, as a sacristan, Prior Matthew learned a great deal about the subject. Not kept in contact with him, but I know that he is now the Archdeacon of Sion. He is no longer a Benedictine, but uses his family name. Fosingi Socks. Alright, whatever. If you write to him soon, your letter may reach him before snow covers the lay. Canton the Swiss Palace, so they became the Swiss member of the Swiss Confederation in 1529. Please convey my best wishes to your father. He was a good friend to the Abbey in his better years. Despite the violence that occurred, I hold no ill will toward anyone from Tassing. I pray that you have seen better days since that night, and that God forgives the many errors we made. God bless you as well. Signing off. Esther wrote as well. Magda. Pick up Mario and Luigi Brothership. Drop today. Not immediately, is what I would say. I might eventually. But I have Switch games that I still haven't played. Like, I have the Luigi's Mansion remake, which, I didn't realize until, last week. I'm like, this would have been a good October game to play. Idiot. But it's somewhere on the to-do list, for sure. It's a capitalist society. This special edition has a keychain and stamps and a luggage tag. It's only £6 more, but come on. My parents were glad to hear from your father. Please tell them they wish to hear from him soon. Taking your ink is well received. Made several prints with it. They look lovely on the wall. Alicia has taken to making his own ink from scraps he found around the house after he saw yours. You know how many Fredos you can buy, or Freddos you can buy for $6? I don't know what that is. Or for £6. She set him scrubbing the floors for it. It took him 3 days. I think I missed that. I think her brother or something spilled ink. I'm glad you're keeping busy, even though it keeps you from visiting. It says we'll have room whenever you decide to make an appearance. Though really, if you don't plan to stay in Tassing, you ought to come sooner rather than later. Plenty of beautiful young Christian men around, printers and academics alike. Prague's a good city for me as well. For the expulsion, there was a handsome man at synagogue, Simond, who caught my eye. His father's a merchant, and he's a doctor. He went to the University of Padua. Can you believe it? I'd quite like to marry him if I can find him again. Anyway, I think you'd have been better. I think you'd have even better luck than me. The boys would soon have that beautiful blonde artist from the Alps. The chocolate frogs. What? Please keep us abreast of your father's mural. We'll have to come see it when it's finished. Blessings, Esther. The head shake. Try Esther back tonight. I should head home and check on Dad. How you feeling? Magdalene. Seeing upright still a struggle. I'm afraid Disney's makes my stomach turn, so I'd rather not eat at the moment. You sure? I could bring up something light, like milk or broth. No, I can't stack up my stomach again. But tell me, where are you off to? Starting the first part of the mural today, the old history. Mother and I didn't know much about the Tassing's early history, but she gave me a few places to start. Can I ask Black Till if his grandfather told many stories when he used to read about the Romans? Right, yes. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Young Kreutzer had mentioned those tales from time to time. Yes, he comes to borrow books now and then. What am I Googling? I'm not Googling. Am I Googling a chocolate frogs reference? Am I Googling like what a Freddo is? Like what? Oh. It's from Australia. It's now made by Cadbury. Okay, like Francesca, that's like me being like, what, Francesca, you've never had a Chicago dog? Yeah, they don't sell them in America. That's my point. Ilpier's always harumphed about how no one paid attention to the old ways anymore, too. Yes, you actually have. It's an example, okay? I have stories to tell about old Tassing. You should stop talking to him. Didn't think of that. Smoky, old charcoal burners know more than about what's in these woods around town than anyone else. And he's known as known gossip. You hear something worth your while at any rate. Go talk to him. I want to explore whatever's left over from the Romans and before. Salt mine and Roman ruins are the oldest parts of Tassing, so it only makes sense to see what they left behind. He, after your mother, she's always there. Research. Always said that's what good artists do. Oh, the twins mess around near the salt mine, but I don't want you getting hurt. I don't know why George doesn't keep them in line. Always making trouble, those two. Start that. Might expect you to join the Poor Clares. Or if you're other around town, alright? I still have a household to run. Now I'll get to them. Better get going if whatever. I feel like I have like an infinite number of things to check out. Which is just kind of how the game works. There's never enough time to actually do the things all the things you feel like you need to do. You want a speech slurred. Keeps a cheerful heart. What do you mean? Pretend like you haven't heard. Townsfolk whispered shit about me for years. Occasionally get into a few brawls. I'm an honest man. I was involved in what happened to Otto Zimmerman. Supported his cause. Enough backbreaking work for this family. Can't a man just have a goddamn rest? Time to this as it is. Time for you to go. A strange monk was doing dark flash. It was a lifetime ago. I can't remember the book or what I do with it. This years are a blur. Much for me to do with the book. Can't read. Too unique for me to have sold to. No one outside Tassin cares about history anyway. Sure, couldn't hurt. Decade to go. She's not around to remember shit. Oh. High keeping. Pride of Tassing. You're through. Always had so much talent for art. How's your dad? Be a sole caregiver. Yourself disappears behind the needs of the person you're looking after. Worry about you carrying that weight alone. Dad fell. I cared for him best you could, but those few months before he passed were a tough time for everyone. God will pull your dad through whatever the doctors say. We need him. Are you sure you could handle this? A lot of man's on your own. Sure, your girl or any number of families in Tassin who'd be happy to take you. You have someone in mind, don't you? Promise you I do not. Such a modest girl. Your dad raised you right. Of course. About as civil as his father. Miss him. Made an impression, that's for certain. Other girls around town knew better than to moon after him. It didn't stop some of us. He was Eva's from the start. Spears. Nothing here comes of that. They're always welcome to my family. Graf's nice, hardworking boy. He's got a sharp mind. Can provide for a family. Trying to tell me what he's done. Can you blame mother for trying? Good, respectable girl. Lucky to have you as a daughter. I'll consider it, I guess. Not very starts off on solid footing. God knows, brings people together for a purpose. Don't need to understand it, only to have faith in Providence. In any case, I should get back to the chores. Supposed to have stolen it from that baron that was killed years ago. Do you know what happened to it? Oh. So it doesn't go into any trouble, but I still have it. Hidden in a drawer. Martin left it behind after he ran. Why'd you keep it? Reading Where's the Subway Surfers? Hey man. You got a phone. What was I supposed to do? The baron was killed soon after and I was holding a stolen book. Didn't want Martin to get in any more trouble than he was already in. I read it though, I don't read well. trust you to be true to your word. I'd like to have nothing more to do with it, to be frank. Reminds me of difficult times. Stolen book of a dead nobleman in our home. Blah, blah, blah. Story to Tasse. It's in Latin, which I don't read well. I'll puzzle over it in the evening. Big help. Fun fact, if you spill gasoline, use a lighter to evaporate it instantly. I mean, I guess it depends on how much gasoline you spill. I mean, why? Don't say that shit. Yeah, I'm Googling it because I'm like, before I fucking tell you to stop doing stuff, like, I'm Googling it because I'm like, that doesn't sound right. But I don't know how lithium-ion batteries work. So I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I love how you say using reading a parenting book and scolding your child. No, it's not. Like, oh my god. Stories from outsiders, tales of gods aren't our own. Spent generations after generation building towns to go back from those old days. Still in traditions, keep dying with no one to carry them on. Fine. Romans were not the first ones to live here now. Spirit's older, protect Tasking before they Moritz ever set foot in this town. Return a wild hunt, scares evil away, protect Tasking since its founding day, long before those Romans or ancestors were in the mountains. Now folk were as kind as they are now. The tribes fought one another for the best land. The old chieftain was a yellow-bellied coward who neglected the old gods. He was too proud to make offerings. Because of him, the old gods favored the other tribes. Instead, they wandered through the mountains and valleys, hunting and gathering. Couldn't survive. One day, winter's approaching. It's hunting. Found a wounded wolf tangled in a trap. So neglecting the beasts, most men don't do. He helped the beasts loose from bonds. Of course not. Wolves are wolves. Creatures don't need this skint of animals for their power. So he got a sense of the thing. Old gods are keen to repay favors, stun, and pertinently as the goddess of the wild hunt. Wolves are animals, leads the wild hunt. Wolves lead to hunts in the forest. Back in my day, folk knew it was bad luck to kill a wolf. Now I'm the only one who remembers these things. Purchasaw. His actions took favor on him and told the wolf to lead the chief to the sacred spring. People of the spring claimed it for the homeland. It's been his valley ever since. Then those goddamn Romans came and destroyed everything. See, there were other gods protecting this place before St. Moritz. That's why a few of us still honor Perkta. Protects against witches and fiends. Good. Nice knowing still be used to the town. A lot to think about. Little Ursula used to sit by me a few years. Old customs. Too busy for that now, but you might talk to her. She might remember more than I do now. Tell her more of the old end of us. Anyway, I'm tired. Just chasing down a bunch of stories. Ursula? Nope. Where the fuck is Ursula? Come on, come this way. Nope. There we go. I don't know why Ursula would be in here. Black Till. Have a moment. What do you need? Accessory painting. You got to be careful, Francesca. You're saying shit that could actually kill people. Whether they realize you're joking or not. Like, you need to be careful. Yeah, the /J doesn't matter. Not everyone's gonna see that. So if you try to buy something, I feel hard times it's too expensive. Old pagans don't have books on their old pagans. Do have their stuff. Ceramic pots and animals, bricks. From what looks like to be an old forge, mountains of salt. You found a little bear carved from amber. Where did you find all this stuff? That's me. Carl finds things fading too. Any farmer would tell you the same. It's all out in the fields under the dirt. Can't go one season without turning up something. Just toss them into piles, the rest of the rocks and root clumps. You can't do much with it. Yeah. I don't follow. Even I can't spread misinformation online. See, when you intentionally spread misinformation, it becomes disinformation. Just being wrong is one thing. Intentionally saying something wrong, bad. I mean, they're both bad, but one is worse than the other. Even if it's for a joke. Seem like regular people. Their armies look like ours. Tools, weapons, rougher, but I mean, funny prank though. Doubt it. Carving ceramic critters aren't so different from the things I believe for Ots. I suppose I expect them to be more strange. Because they weren't Christians? No doubt they were coarse, but they don't seem especially violent, not like the church says. Not so different from today, really. Had to have, I'd say. The thing is the Roman project. I think the Romans just dug out what was already there. Titanium was so important to the Romans in the first place, so I wonder why they settled in such a small alpine town. Anything left of the pagans down there? I don't know, but anything they left would have to be better preserved than what we dig out of the fields. Tell me you're not thinking of going down there. Mine's 100-year-old, you could break your neck just getting in there. It's worth it for the mural. What an artist. Did you ever play the Pokemon TCG, or were you normal and collect them not knowing what they did? I have played it in the past, occasionally. I never played it on a regular basis. I also never really collected Pokemon cards. Like, I have Pokemon cards, but it wasn't because I was, like, collecting them. I used them mostly for, like, tokens or, like, placeholders when I play Magic the Gathering. Like, I have a deck that makes a bunch of, like, copies of things. And so I use Dittos. I use Ditto cards for that. Like, that's what I get. That's the only reason I have Pokemon cards, really. Bullheaded just like your mother. And your father. Probably couldn't keep you out even if I tried. Please. Alright. Don't know how to get down there myself. I know the twins have gotten in a time or two. No doubt they have a trick. And Baltus might not be the most reliable man, but I don't doubt he could break something up for you too. Promise I'll be careful. Holding to that. Place down a PSA 10 hollow shard, so it's a paperweight. God, I wish. Put down a fucking down payment on a house or something. That's for knowledge around important folks know their past. Pagan stuff will make it on the mural. I can bring some of the things the boys and I have found over the Rothhaus tomorrow, if that helped at all. That would be great. I'd take an interest, thought no one cared about the pagans but me and my granddad. Warn you, if you head into the forest, keep an eye out for the Lord's men. They're strict, worse now than they used to be. I'll be careful. Until tomorrow. Till then. Oh, they named their kids Artemis and Apollo? That's kind of rad. Nope. Gotta look for the twins. Or the inventor. Rathaus, Stolz, Iskanov. Yes, Sooners drive for the beer. The Christmas celebration. If I won the lottery, I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs. The signs. In the Illinois lottery, it's public. You can't hide your identity. If you win the lottery. The time stops for no man. It's gonna be wonderful. And then coffee from Ethiopia, cocoa from the New World. Jesus Christ. Who has the money? He who has the money can do everything. Problem? No, it's your money. Anyway, I'm excited about it. Clearly. As such, alchemy is a strong suit. Complaints about costs. Also, aren't you... You sound like you're talking from experience. No. I just know that that's a thing. Also, aren't you legally allowed to just not tell people? At least here. Like, you can not tell anyone. But if someone is like, hey, who won the lottery this week or whatever, like, your name and info is all there. Like, not like straight up getting doxxed, I think, but like in other states in the US, you can just accept you can just accept the lottery winnings and not have it made publicly available. Oh, when they do the ads, I'm pretty sure that they'll ask to sign a waiver to be in it, right? I don't know. I don't even know the word. There's so much rye this year, they just couldn't use it all. Gret made as much bread with it as he could, but she wound up having to throw a lot out. So I make beer. You can rig up a double pulley system, raise you down the shaft. Might take a while. Of course. If the rope suffice, you could brace against the wall of the mine shaft. Strong enough to support your own weight against the wall? I think so. Excellent. Of course, you go. Do be careful though. Make sure the ropes are secure. This week's lottery winner. Your landlord violently knocks on the door. I mean, they wouldn't have any right to it. Any of it. Even if they did fix the furnace, like, that's on them. That's what they're supposed to do. Just how the renting works. Where the fuck are the twins? I love how I'm just like holding lip balm in my hand for whatever reason. Where are the kids? Aww. Oh, hold on. Gotta pet the dog. Puppy. Corner shop owner, you bought milk from once. Hey, buddy. How's it going? You know you're like my best friend in the world. You know that? I would be much more worried about my family than I would be about random fucking people. Ruins. Nuisance. Says 2, you're well suited to this job. Has to keep the Lord in mind. The mural is for tassing, but we have to appease. We have others to appease as well. It's a meeting, haven't had a time on as usual. Frantic when I'm overwhelmed. I let George, Warner, and Baltus run the town on their own. Can you imagine? They'd be at each other's throats within a day. 3 weeks to agree to institute yearly maintenance checks on every home in Tassing. Idea had quite a bit more pushback than we'd anticipated. Alright, station folk like to look after their own homes, their own land, to help protect those in testing who don't have the skill to fix things themselves. Widows like Agnes regret. In any case, matters far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before they're actually done. Back to work. Alright. Go to the meadow, I guess. Lower Abbey. Oh, she got the rope tied to one side. That's good. Martha? They're gonna be in the convent. Perhaps later would bring you here. Let's talk about this. Thinking about joining the Poor Clares. My sister has been so timid. Be a choice for her. Perhaps I should encourage her to join. Such a dramatic change might be too much. If you won the lottery, I'd go back home and slip you a stack for being able to put up with me. Also, I'm a married woman in town. Tries to limit it, but joining the Clares is a big commitment. What I have to look forward to. Dad's injury and me unwed at 25, older than all the boys in town. They don't see me as a sister. They see me as a mom. When Dad dies, not anytime soon, God willing, I won't be able to claim the farm. It's my home. With Anton gone, there's nobody to take it over. It'd bring me closer to the Lord. Shouldn't we all want that? This is reminding me of me arguing with my relatives yesterday on Facebook. God, that was so fun. Why not withdraw from the trial of the world? You know as well as I, it's not safe out here. So, you know, you've entered adulthood when the first thing you think of when imagining a PSA 10 charger is, damn, I could have put a payment on a house with this. Yeah. Trust it? It's a nervous, confused thing. It's a lifelong commitment. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Still young. And have more prospects, you know, joining the Poor Clares take away that choice. Or that chance. People are always visiting testing. Who knows, maybe you'll meet someone coming to see St. Moritz. Never thought of that. I do like seeing people that come to town. It's officially you're old, but the cool kind. Doubt it. Besides, I still have Dad take care of. During the order, he'd be on his own. Don't think it's right for me to. Maybe someday, not yet. Thanks for talking. Until later. There's the hand. Well, I thought maybe I'd be able to get into the locked up part over here. Oh, Sister Gertrude. Kitty. Pet son of Mousefogger. What other old guy do you know that streams video games and can also put up with me? Put up with you specifically? Probably a good number of people, I would guess. Thomas tells your father's attack. Incredibly courageous to around the doctor still quickly, especially when the attack could have been about. Had to do something. Good. Haven't known you well. Haven't known you long enough. That extra votive candle. God, I feel like I'm not going to be able to beat this today, but we've only been alive for like an hour. Here's Spotted God. Community. Want to help class for his time. Opinion, what's the best thing I've done? God, the best thing I've done? Best thing I've done. I don't know, get married to my wife. Next year if you could. Your custom new place, learning new comments, ins and outs, hard enough. Never went outside of the convent much anyway. Already planned to stay 2. Garden always needs tending. 2 hands make light work. Sides can't leave. Mouse fingers in it behind. Can we change much since Proclares arrived? Yes, food is simpler. Some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. What's the worst thing I've done? Action choice. Mine said I came here. God, what's the worst thing I've done? Let's start this channel. No. Probably talking to you. I mean, doubt it, but teacher was the one you hated, right? Or was that French? It's probably my French teacher. Oh, sorry. We saw the other day. We're trying to collect a bunch. We need frogs for. Looking for frogs. My man. There's Artemis. Still hold that grudge. Droning on about the plagues of Egypt. Frogs out in the tabernacle. Perfect plan. You put it back before he notices. Okay. Yo, achievement. Alright, so I gotta put this key back. You see something or hear a joke and go, oh, blank. Just think of a person who thinks that's funny. Does know 20 people decently well, and the rest are like passing glance at, you know. Funny is the language of the universe, if you say so. Should talk to Smokey. Old habits. Trying to get info from this guy. Mars and Tassia, the nymph, always my favorite. I got pulled an alt art Gengar. I just thought, oh, that's Jack's favorite mon, because our planes are dual coded or whatever. This is Lewis was talking about. I wasn't listening. Mars hunting these woods, spied a fat boar. Heard a woman scream. something Jekyll and Hyde psychology. CY Woman's Forest, not a local town. Question, gods make sense. It's the old days when spirits and ghosts prowled. Why would I do that? Tell the ghost stories as a girl. Always try to scare me. Keep going. Yeah, being a spring with a fat ugly satyr, goading her from the shore. Seeing the trapped nymph Mars transformed into a wolf that slew the satyr. In return, well, faith God. Was at the pool. He dripped on the ground, blossomed with flowers and crops. So that's why the valley's so fertile. Thought they would, but you're the artist, aren't you? You get to choose with mural shows. Destroy the use, but I like that. Tales. You never really destroy stories as long as there are people to tell them. Of course, Romans left a hell of a lot behind too. Town is more Roman than Bavarian, really. That and how much of the town is built upon foundations. Tasking is actually much smaller now than it was in the Romans' day. At least that's what I make of it. Ruins go deep into the forest. All the old mine, half Tassing's built on Roman stone. If you walk around town, you'll start noticing things. We use their stone to build. Old temple by Sadia's shrine has grown over. The aqueduct runs for miles. Even the abbey used to be an old Roman fort. You can see some of the Roman paved stones under the road if you look hard. It may not be Roman, but this town is. People don't notice the old stones. Too busy in town to notice what's right in front of their eyes. Maybe I should take a look at the mine. Cool. Oh, I looked at that already. Died in those mines, right? It's probably haunted. Just back out now while you still can. Not the bad thing, you know where to put your feet. Do it all the time. No, let's get on with it. Don't want to get in trouble again. Ever watch Ocean's 11? Yeah. I saw the George Clooney one. Missing rung near the bottom. Can't find it anywhere. Gotta have to resort to plundering. I love that there's a missing rung, but she put her foot on it anyway. Like what's left of it. Just a lantern down here, like with fuel. So just keep track of counts. Easy to scrape, clean, and maintain. This wax looks beyond use, though. It's a poem. It's a love note. It's olden times where the lantern's in the shower. Yeah. Larger versions from Baltus contraptions. See what I can find the Roman era from before. Bones. Whoa, we'll check out that cave in a second. Pottery. More pottery. So much pottery. Some kind of figures tilting the other found in the fields. Sorry, my eyes bugging me. There we go. Oh, there's answers to the caves like this. Alright, get out of here. Keep going. Latin inscription. Roman map of Tassing. Just change to see if I can map everything out. Aqueduct in the spring. There's an old fort up on the hill. The rest of the town. Yeah, I was spelling, I don't recognize it. Mithraeum. Temple. There's not in Tassing now. That's so odd. I think Mithraeum is a temple, but I don't speak Latin, so. Salt mine is carved out of salt. I love that artwork. It's really good. Tradition, not very formal. Worker must have carved it. So I am. It's been important to the Romans. More Latin writing. Okay, well, we'll head back up. Nice. Fine, it's the same pot. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Good start. Good start. Oops. Oh, I don't think that's right, so I'll have to come back to that. That seems correct. That's not right. That's also not right. Nope. Move that over there for now. Just try to get that out of the way. I feel like just based on the shape, this is probably where this is gonna go. Oh, there we go. Oh, so that guy does go down here. Okay. We're getting there. We'll get back to that in a second. There we go. That worked out well anyway. Please let go. Thank you. Got it. Telling a story. Early myth, even before the Romans. Must be Perkta, and those must be forest spirits, part of the wild hunt. Human sacrifice. Sacrificing a man put to Perkta. Bottom half of the story. Bottom half of the lid continues the story. It's like spirits must be coming in to feast on the sacrifice. Just try to keep tasking safe. They offered sacrifices to Perkta. Murals on the wall showing the tasking. It was like Romans were here. I wonder if I can find out what this Mithrium is. Pottery, shard back together, show me the earliest stories tasking. Don't climb back out. Yikes, dude. She looks so annoyed. Decoration. Rathouse, get to work. Watch for hours. The charcoal burner and the tinker, the only other person I've seen. He doesn't belong to you. What are you doing here? Tell me whose pig this is. Mysterious lost pig. Apparently belongs to no one. I suppose so. Jesus. Hey, what's up, shopkeeper? Understand. Yes. Any neighbors that happen if you break the Lord's laws. Seems like a nice guy. Yeah, for real. Back to the Rathouse. Poor pig. What an asshole. Alright, to the Rathouse. Alright, literally only can work on the mural. Got it. I could just be angry or just like chill or kind of condescending maybe. Well, this is way more condescending than this is, but okay. I hmm. Um it's a funny thing because it's like, so it's like the 16th century, like we're getting into the Renaissance. Like the Lord might like the Mars and Tessia story. Il Peter's stories and the human sacrifices are both like kind of out there. I feel like we'll do this one. I feel like they don't really have anything to do with us. Thanks for explaining it. How to depict how to paint Kisra's story. I mentioned that Matthew to be brother in Curacao. So he knew a great deal about the Abbey's history. Write to him, ask what he remembers. Ask her to answer to. Write them both now before bed. Or I should read that old book Brigta gave me. Where's the book? Is there like an extra action to read the book, or am I just like, or am I just gonna go to the letter writings, go to my desk, I guess. Just like read at my desk. Book bindings, German printers, not that old. But the various dedications erected in the town might be easier to read. Dedication to Mars plus a field. Diana. Writing letters. I'm just not going to talk about the revolt. I kind of hate aughts, so I'm just gonna be like, fuck them. I might play this game again just to like try and do a bunch of different other stuff. Oh, am I supposed to go to bed now? Yeah, go to bed. Okay. All right. Got a letter from... Oh, 2 letters. Just Jorkers. Not acquainted with your family during my years at Kisrao. And so I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. Not overly inclined to assist the people in tasking the endeavors to catalog the origins destroyed her so long time ago in the interest of posterity and Christian charity. Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of text messages from my wife and my sister at the same time about plans for later today. Romans left Christians settled in the region and built Kisra Abbey on the ruins of the fortress. Abbey is founded by a nobleman of Kisra families. She's both its patron and its first abbess. Changed being run by an abbot. Don't know the reason. But many other double monasteries did likewise around the same time. May have been done out of fear of being shut down, as some monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. Sadly, to the extent my knowledge of neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. Thus burned the history of Gear. So, while can't change the past, I have heard the Sisters of the Four Clares have formed a new chapter at the abbey. We hope that their love of apostolic poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Assuming they have not consigned the convent of Kisra's former occupants to a bonfire. You may find something there. I hope this has been some help to you and yours. May God protect you. This Reverend Matthew, Archdeacon. Father, deep condolences. Provide anything from Prague. Send word. You know how. I know we are further away than easy to travel, but I'll see what we can do. See that we can do what Hashem allows. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet, the night I was born, he remembers great strife in town. Perhaps there is old blood over depicting the night of the revolt. That's all he could suggest. Pray. Thank your father every day in your offerings. Shem. What is Shem? Okay. You will exact justice on the culprit. I am encouraged to hear that the town council lets you continue the mural at all. Guilds protect your right to complete the job, especially once a contract has been reached. Give men of council too much grace. Why should be forced to settle for their old ways of thinking? We live in a new age. An age where art and science have come together. An age where many read the works of the great sages in their own language. Truly, when your father recovers, I urge you to come visit me in Prague. Glad you found some joy in your work on the mural. We're all well here. Elisha has been carving a new set of wood cuttings, and father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Simon. His family didn't move far away after all. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. Parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now, so hopefully I will be sending good news in my next letter with Hashem's help. Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. Should head home, check on Dad. Warner's supposed to come check on Dad today. I wonder where he is. Until this been pretending to be a doctor, at least he showed up. His patients felt better. That's Warner's excuse. Maybe we should try and find him later. Good morning. Morning. Feel any better? A little stronger. All things in time. You want to eat anything before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. That's hungry now. I'll be alright. Learn from the art teaching. Yes, that's right. Would you learn from him? So the abbey was founded by Nolan after everyone was left. Burning the fire. The old brothers kept careful records of the monastery so much one night. Fort Claire's. Place to start. Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Thomas knows something too. Talk to him. Mother's wife was a long family history in Tassing. She may know something all of history I've forgotten. Let's see, I thought she moved here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, marriage. I live up and down this valley. Go talk to her. I will, thanks, Dad. Wear a scarf. It's cold. Let's go talk to the miller's wife, Elsia. Brings up the hill. Seriously, you tell my family history. My family in years. Me think our neighbors have forgotten us. I was sweet on my sister before you met your mother. I'm the last of us left now. What happened? Married out of town to a man in Innsbruck. I was told she died of fever shortly after giving birth to her son. I'm sorry. Yes, a long time ago. Wish I could have attended her through birth and healing, but mother needed me at home. That asshole. Lost my brother too that year. So strange. He nicked himself while shearing the sheep, and 3 days later his arm swelled up, and a black ulcer settled into the wound. Didn't pain him, at least at first. He took fever and passed in his sleep. Town didn't have a doctor at the time. No one knew what to do. Parents. My father. Temper led him dark roads. Parents tried to love each other as husband and wife should. Lord called them back to heaven. There's not much else to say. In any case, my grandfather told me they've been for hundreds of years. Yeah, thousands seems possible to imagine a long time ago. The Romans? No. Part of the old people, original Bavarian people. They helped resettle Tassing after the Romans left. Built a new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. Seem unlikely? Who could say? Why does the story need to be true? However, true doesn't matter. It matters I believe it, and it connects me to my ancestors. Think of ancient, driven from the land. Again, only find it again to become Christians. They feel near to me. Understand? I sing my sister here songs to Ulrich, and I may not know all the words anymore, but that's alright. As I feel close to her. Now go on, your mural to complete. Cool. Helpful. Puppy. Pet the puppy. What did my sister just send me a link for? Oh. Up to the Abbey, I guess. Okay. Actually, could you develop the Commons history? It's not good enough. Translates don't like that. Grammar structures are far too complex. Sorry. It's alright. I have to find another way. I believe I have enough galls stored away. No. I just put the history of Kisra. Came a Reverend did he? Always suited such tasks. Don't suppose that's what he came with. Feels very curious about the saint's history. Tries in the convent, even other women. Like anyone coming for such worldly concern. Welcomes those who are considering joining the order. Young women sincerely considered joining the convent. She may allow enter serve the sisters. Time in the holy life. Something about the fashion. Okay. So we might come back to that. wish I had an idea of how long this chapter would take. Just for the sake of trying to know if I need to stop at some point. Hold up. Town doctor. Drunk. You're supposed to be visiting my dad. Dumbass. I'd like to see what the mural looks like here. Oh, just not gonna show me yet, huh? Bummer. Ciao. Okay, we're kind of speeding through this now because it's been a bit. I'm live for like 2 hours. And it's not like I feel like we haven't done anything, but I'm like, I'd like to try and move this along. Again. I think he's the other guy that knows Latin, so I might be able to... No? Okay, well... I could talk to Father Thomas then? Yeah. Or try to. Excuse me. Give a message. Centuries ago, farm in the fields behind. 3 agent Mary. To tell the Bishop of Freising that she had appeared. Peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. Peasant returned to tasking the vision of the field. A labyrinth. Told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the bishop. Peasant told him the two apparitions. Came to tasking. Bishop came. Bishop came. Mary appeared to both of them. Town needed to build this church. Told the bishop to support the town. Creation of this church. People testing been using it ever since. Told them when they were children, so on. Priests, the flock shared the responsibility of passing stories in the century. Christmas sermon. And now I'm looking at the mural back here. I'm like, that's so funny. I guess we go to pretend that we're going to become nuns. I think we talked to everyone we could, so. Never come up before. Part of the larger double monasteries, sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. Our poor Clares live harder from the Benedictines, who is not ours to produce, and lives solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. If the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service, does such a life appeal to you? Understood me. Not duly close ourselves off from the world. I will leave on bothering our sisters with duties. Or I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When we're finished, please come find me. We'll discuss your decision to join. As many parts, kitchen, chapter house yard. Let's go. Youngest of the sisters. Sister deal with the townsfolk, but it's privilege. Burden more like. I have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. Yeah. Don't let me get in the way. Let's go. I don't mind at all. It's far quieter than home. I don't have to share a bed with my siblings anymore. My two older sisters. Don't mind the chores except when it's cold like this. Ghost? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. Ghost. Who? Meridius? Found an old book about the Christian legends in the workshop. The Roman commander named Meridius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Town emptied and killed Christian refugees. Found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Yeah, I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. Latin is hard to read. Saw a ghost, might be Meridius. Oh, Ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What'd you do with the book? Oh, well. Accidentally lay the fire poker on it. Well, that's unfortunate. Try to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene. The story gives me ideas for a mural. Art studio. Workshop. Let's make badges. Pilgrims. Can't subsist on painting. The poor clears don't produce goods for sale, so you have no reason to be in here. Gotcha. President does let's come in here. Comment a few times and notice some of the brush has gone missing. Paint pots too. Oh Lord, no. It's just the workshop stuff like this. Fair enough. Theorem was destroyed. Doesn't matter much now. Okay, check that out. Back up to the cloister. Kitchen, I guess. Kitchen, anything interesting here? Three kitchen duties, but everyone pitches in when needed. Old fingers fumble from time to time, privileged prints over the other sisters. Not throwing it aside. So too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. Blessing compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Next life, yes, but even now, chose meaning, devotion to the Lord through my hardship. I'll talk to Marie. I must destroy this day. Strong son, perhaps you can help my kitchens. I'm just gonna bring myself to butcher the animals. Task for me. Oh, some nights a ghost appears. You can fire lost spirit trap in heaven and hell. Not this again. She never said a word to me. I fell prostrate in prayer before her. Spirit, whoever it is, rose up through the ground. Vigils. Dawn dusk. Okay, there she came up through the grate. Ugh. Yeah, so we know that this grate leads into the aqueduct, if I remember right. It's been several weeks since we last saw that part, but... Yeah, Madison Churchill was part of the convent, and the most drafty. Retouches of the years represent the Abbey's earliest days. There's the tower and the library, and the cloister still being constructed here. Yes, that tower was a freestanding defensive tower, not built for permanent habitation. Touchy gifted to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. Had no use for you to keep. Walls protected Tassing from attacks from of spirits and steel for generations. It's Latin here, I can't read it well. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kirsra's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of the Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Thank you, Sister Suzanne. Yes, the first lists the Abbey's founding date. The Lady Kisra was actually one of the suggests the old castle turned into a double monastery. We added a second shortly after the revolt. Well, Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Kisra was unique, double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male, 1 female, to guard the town and the abbey. Same to a long history in these lands. Things have lost are truly foundational to how we live. You're right, sisters. Mural, great reference for Rathos. Glad to have helped. God bless you. All right. I think that's it. Well, let's talk to the one person I haven't talked to yet. Talk to Margaret. Oh, nope, never mind. Not talk to Margaret. I've been in the courtyard already. Alright. You aren't allowed to enter. You're not allowed to guide you outside either. You even talk to men. Any reason you should stay? Church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. So here I was, dropped in the Port Claire's summer I turned 17. Daughters are born to bear our family's legacy between our legs or on our backs. Doesn't matter. Family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours. I'm sure the devotion of the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did I will never get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. Maybe I can't see it. Sometimes get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margaret. Usually got to see something in the outside world before they were 20. I'd like to go to big cities at least once. Would have been happy just to be a shopkeeper's wife. Thanks for listening. It's true, we aren't bound by the horrors or by the worries and thoughts of the world. It's been long since I've spoken to anyone from the outside convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether I should remain with the sisters. Chose the life you deserve to have, life you truly want. I should turn whether to respect something. I don't think it's the. I don't know if it's the first one. The middle one is like kind of rude. The first one seems like the least combative for sure, or the one that like would lead to the least conflict. Hmm. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. Because I'm probably gonna be streaming for at least another hour, and I'd rather not have to go to the bathroom for that whole time. So I will be right back. All right. I just remembered that I also have a. Enjoy the break, thanks. That I also have to schedule something for work tomorrow, or at least like initiate that. So give me just a second here. Um, we'll go through this, but my attention is going to be a little split, so I do apologize. Um, Stained glass always caught the eye in the morning. A great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. Abbott felt the brothers and sisters no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. Abby's disillusion was inevitable. Kisra was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire were simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Some of the buildings are intact. But all are terribly overgrown. I haven't. Which roll of find something else for inside other than the charred wooden parchment. We're after you sometimes, I really do. Fair enough. Ooh, good music. I feel like you're not being careful, girl. I'll be real. Oh, shit. That's a big drop. Like, probably like 10 feet. That probably hurt. Can't get back up there. If I climb, I collapse further. Well. Piece together the foundation of the Abbey and find a way to get to the library. Back here down this way, the roof looks pretty stable. Maybe. I love why I turned my work computer on. It updated last night, and it took like 9 fucking years to boot up properly. Hey, we made it down. Oh, the library burned down. There's just baby armor. The flames coming out the windows. Okay, come on. Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll down here. What the fuck? How are you gonna get out of here? Who knows? I'm annoyed that this is taking me longer over on, like, to do this thing than I thought or wanted it to. Oh, it's, nope. Not what I was trying to do. I apologize, you guys. I just can't afford to not... get this taken care of. Oh, someone's been drawing on these, or painting on these. Graffitiing these. Trying to see... Okay, so that's Andreas. That's our apprentice. This is the prior. This is probably the Baron. That's Otto. So then we know it's not any of the young people who've been painting here because they either weren't born or weren't old enough to know these people. And we are out of here. All right. Oops. I keep dragging my mouse off the actual game. What was I supposed to do? Oh, I can't think. Abby. Okay, this we already did. Okay, yeah, they want me to go to the thing and just be done. Nope. And be done. Let's see what we can do. I'd like to go to Werner's. See if he's like awake yet. What a dick. All right, mural it is. Um, hmm. I don't think I want to do this one. What a dick. All right, I gotta figure this thing out here, unfortunately. So I am gonna end up calling this stream now. I'm glad I started at 1 instead of my normal time at 2. But I just need to get this other stuff done for work, unfortunately. So thank you for hanging out. I do really appreciate it. What's my day look like tomorrow? Won't be able to stream tomorrow. Way too busy. That's a bummer. But oh, what's up, Neil? But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I'll be live again next week, Wednesday and Thursday. We'll finish this up. We'll start something else. I don't know what it'll be yet, but we'll start something. There's a couple of games I've started playing just for fun on the side. Maybe I'll bring them into stream. And also, I want to get back into Pokemon soon. So we'll see. But once again, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. And